Hello again, everybody. Welcome to OCVarsity.com. It's time to talk about this week's football games. We got a great week. I'm Steve Fryer here with Carlos Arias and Dan Albano. We're going to start with the big game. It's a huge game every year, but more so this year. And that's the battle for the bell, and that's Fountain Valley versus Edison. They moved the game down the road a piece down to Cal State Fullerton. It's going to be a great crowd. And Edison is 8-0 this year, 3-0 in league, and #1 team in the county. In Fountain Valley, they're also 8-0, #4 team in the county, 3-0 in league. Best setup we've had in the bell game in a long, long time. It's going to be a fantastic game. These people, they do some crazy things before the game. I think there's stories like helicopters dropping ping pong balls in Edison that said, you know, beat Edison or something, all kinds of stuff like that. I think a lot of it's myth, but it's still pretty good stuff. Carlos, who's going to win this game?
Okay, I've been going over this one in my head, back and forth. I know Edison's a favorite. I know that's what we're supposed to pick, but I'm going with Fountain Valley. Cal Middlebrooks, Dominic Ragland. This is going to be a high-scoring shootout. I can't wait.
Now, you just decided that like 5 seconds ago.
I did, pretty much, yeah. And I'm going to tell you this, though. I put in 2 weeks ago to get this game, so that's it.
Okay.
I'm there.
I'm there with you. Dan, what do you got?
You know, there's a lot of reasons to like Fountain Valley because you mentioned Kyle Middlebrooks.
Sure.
One of the best running backs in Orange County. You know, Edison's defense looked great last week against Los Alamitos. They faced Nick Richardson, another great running back. But I think Kyle Middlebrooks is faster. He's stronger. He gets a field, you know, a little bit more north-south. He's a good receiver. Fountain Valley knows how to use him. Dominic Radlin is improved at quarterback.
Yeah.
Ryan Stedman's a fast receiver, great hands.
Good player.
Fountain Valley's got its best offensive line they've ever had under John Shipp, who's doing a great job. And Fountain Valley's sick and tired of losing to Edison. They've lost 4 years in a row, and they're a special team. And there's a lot of reasons to like Fountain Valley, but I'm still picking Edison because their defense, Carlos and Steve, is obviously showed me a lot last week. Now I don't think Edison's a perfect team. And the way they ran the ball last week is concerning. You know, fellas, when I watch Edison and I look at their box scores, one of the first things I always look for is show me what Wade Houston's done running.
Yeah.
Let me see what Davion Orfrey's run. I want to see how Edison runs the ball. And when Matt Viles is their leading rusher last week against Los Alamitos with about 28 yards, that's a problem. That's an issue. So I think Edison's got to get back to playing some smash mouth. But you know what we're going to see what's going to be really fun in this game? The trick plays are coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think Edison did not show anything last week against Los Alamitos, right, Steve? We were there.
Yeah, exactly.
This is week 9, league championship. Edison plays Marina next week. This is it. It's going to be a fun game. Luke Gain, how far has this kid come?
Yep,
last year he was at this game.
The bell will be Fountain Valley's.
And he's
the bell will be Fountain Valley's.
It's going to be a great game. Last year was 14-7.
Yes.
All the points in Edison's victory were all in the fourth quarter.
I like all those big play guys on defense for Edison. I'm sticking with them. I mean, that little guy, Luke Eddy, he's a heck of a player. Yeah, I like so many guys over there. And I think you're right. I like your point about, you know, they got to run the ball. And then the trick bag, too. You know, I think that Edison is so good on offense, fellas. Dave White can pull any play out of that fat playbook and run it with confidence that these guys can get it done. They are something else. They are a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, and he got the Boise State plays.
Crazy,
last year they ran a Boise State play.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, the O coordinator over there at Fountain Valley, Roger Takahashi,
sure,
creative guy.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Working with John Shipp, both creative guys.
Yeah.
They will do some things with, and they use Kyle Middlebrooks really well. Play him at receiver, line him up, different stuff. It's going to be a really good game.
It's going to be a fantastic game. I'm pumped.
Close game.
Who are you picking, man? Who are you picking?
I got Edison.
Okay,
yeah, I got Edison.
Okay.
I think Edison's just got. I think they're close to flawless. I think they're very close to flawless. I think it's going to be a fantastic game. We got another big game. So many others, and here's a good one in the Trinity League. 2-3-0 team. Servite against Olu. Orange Lutheran over at Cerritos College, also on Friday night. You know, I really like Servite, even without Karifi Taula, the big lineman who's, you know, primo dude. But he's out. He's got a broken left arm. He's out maybe until like the second week of the playoffs. But I still like all the things that Servite can do. Cody Fajardo, Chris Nichols, so much other stuff that they have on offense. I think they've got a lot of tools. Really good defensive backfield, very quick. You know, swarm to the ball, make the tackles, and all that stuff. Orange Lutheran is pretty good. You know, they've lost some to some pretty good teams, but I still think Servite's in control and may go 5-0 in that very tough Trinity League. Carlos, what do you think?
You know what? At the beginning of the season, I didn't think anybody would go 5-0 in the Trinity League, but now it's looking like Servite's got the tools to do it.
Right.
Karifi is out, and he's a huge part of the defense. But my man Fajardo, I love this kid, man. I love what he did to Mater Dei. He's dynamic. He's mobile. He's hostile. I love the kid.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. You guys have any more tape? I might need to bring the tape back.
Ooh, you going with Olu?
I'm going with Orange
liking
Lutheran.
it.
Oh,
I wouldn't
man.
think I would pick against Servite again after they, I picked against them against Mater Dei, and they made me look so foolish. But Karifi Tallulah is a great defensive lineman, and they need him so badly in a game with Orange Lutheran because Orange Lutheran comes at you in waves with great running backs. They run it real tough. They like to play smash mouth football nowadays. Really, they played that way against Mater Dei, and Servite. I don't know how they can handle that the pounding that they're going to get without having Karifi in the middle.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm
Good
picking
stuff.
Orange Lutheran, and but it's I could be proven wrong again by Servite, but I like Orange Lutheran in this game up at Cerritos College.
Yeah, that Trinity League's awful tough. There's so many good teams in this league, so many great players, and good coaching going on. I mean, it's awful. It's tough for anybody to go 5-0 in that league. So we'll see how that goes. One really good game that we've got in the Century League. Tustin's been looking at this game for a while, and that is they got this game coming up against El Dorado on Friday. They're both 3-0 in league coming in. I really like Tustin. They've got so much team speed all over the place. Yeah. Wilkerson. Fantastic running back. DiMaio, he can throw the football some. They haven't had a throwing game like this, since the 40s or something.
I don't know. It throws like 4 passes a game. It's
yeah,
amazing.
but yeah, that's a lot for Tustin. That's Air Coryell by their standards.
Highest rated quarterback in the county.
He is indeed. I've run those stats myself.
Yes.
But El Dorado's really good. Very balanced team on offense. Ambrose a very good quarterback. Dunn a very tough. Good inside the tackles runner over there. I like El Dorado a lot, but I still think Tustin's got all the skilled players in all the right places. Tustin's going to win. Carlos.
Yeah, I think Tustin just has too much. I mean, let's get real here. I mean, Tustin with Wilkerson and all the rest of the guys over there. I mean, they're too tough, man. I think they're taking that league championship.
Yeah. Okay. Danny.
Yeah, and I'm picking Tustin.
Okay.
I like Tustin what they're doing on defense, especially with the secondary, making a
tough.
lot of interceptions. Coach Miller's been happy with that, and a lot of speed there. And I like what they're doing on defense and with the passing game. They're a balanced team this year, offensively and defense, and I think they're gonna take that another step this week.
Okay, very good. Well, we've got so many great games coming up. This is the next to final week of the regular season. This is week 9, and then we go into week 10 next year, and there'll be some great games. A lot of undefeated teams going at. Yes, sir. Go.
We're gonna have breakdowns of all the playoff implications for every team in the county. That'll be on OC Varsity on Thursday, and updated on Friday and into next week. So
yeah, all those scenarios. It's a job only for Carlos Arias to handle. I know. So that'll be there at ocvarsity.com on Thursday. Of course, we've got coverage of all sorts of games and all sorts of sports at ocvarsity.com. We've got you covered.